Kash Patel probably thought that he was just sending an innocent tweet acknowledging a holiday when he sent out this, okay? This is a recognition of Diwali, and he says a very happy Diwali to all. And in a sane world, maybe even in Twitter before Elon Musk, that's all it would be. It would be Kash Patel acknowledging Diwali, which many people follow. But unfortunately, the MAGA movement is here. It has emboldened and raised up a new generation of racist, xenophobic bigots who feel like the internet is to stop things like this from happening. And so even though Kash Patel is a MAGA guy, he's been chosen by Donald Trump. Donald Trump has given him the shine of MAGA. He still ain't white, he still ain't a Christian. And so at the end of the day, it's never gonna matter to these people. And so that perfectly fine tweet got responses like this. This is a Christian nation. Check your foreigner stuff at the gate. That guy, John McGlone, his bio describes him as an unapologetic Christian American. And I love that stuff that people will write. Unapologetic, I'll never apologize. First of all, who is asking you to apologize for being a Christian American? Like the need to pitch themselves as victims constantly. Nobody's apologetic about who they are. Everybody's just what they are. Can we just agree on that? Stop wasting room in your profile for that. So he's not apologetic. He's not going to apologize to Kash Patel for being racist towards him. Waterboy says, here is the deal. Either go back home to your home country or assimilate into Christian America. Thank you for your attention to this matter. If it wasn't clear enough where this sort of hatred is coming from and why he feels comfortable sending it out, it's the Donald Trump thing. Thank you for this attention to the matter. By the way, go back home to your home country. Would anyone care to guess where Kash Patel is from? He's from New York. He's an American citizen, but that doesn't matter to a movement who is identity politics to their core. Sahami says, why are you betraying Charlie Kirk? And I don't even really know what that one means. Because he's Hindu? What does that have to do with Charlie Kirk? I mean, I grant you Charlie Kirk was kind of a Christian nationalist himself and said a lot of racist stuff and everything. Am I gonna get canceled? Can I acknowledge that now? It's been a couple months that he said constantly racist and xenophobic stuff. But Charlie Kirk also, as far as I know, liked Kash Patel. So if anything, Sohami, aren't you betraying Charlie Kirk? Isn't that Charlie Kirk's buddy that you're attacking right there? John Burke had my favorite reply to Kash Patel's thing saying, I thought you were going to Valhalla, which Diwali is not like some alternative to Valhalla. So it doesn't make logical sense necessarily. But it was interesting that like when he's like in a public place, he sort of hides behind this weird Nordic paganism or whatever, but obviously, no, he celebrates things like Diwali, which again, I don't have a problem with, but plenty of your followers do. And so they're not happy about Kash Patel. They're probably gonna be even less happy about Usha Vance, who posted this saying, wishing you a joyful Diwali filled with light, prosperity, and new beginnings. Our son Vivek made this Rangoli to celebrate. There is nothing wrong with that post at all. And to go back to my earlier point about the state of Twitter, the replies are largely sane to that. Now, maybe that's because she's a less political figure. Maybe it's because it's Instagram rather than Twitter. But I do know that in the past, she has triggered a lot of hatred on the right. And I am very glad for her and her family that the replies have been positive. Because if they hadn't been positive, if they had attacked her for celebrating Diwali, you know her husband would have done absolutely nothing to defend her. So this avoids a little bit of family drama for the Vances. Also, can we bring up that last tweet for just 1 sec? Because I just want to briefly acknowledge, I get that she's the second lady of the US, but I don't think they should go with SLOTUS. Is that just me? Am I being immature? I think they could probably choose a different acronym for that. But anyway, happy Diwali, everyone. I think it's perfectly fine to celebrate it. The MAGA movement feels a little bit different.